This is TaskSpoon, the series where I try to complete the collection log one random task at a time. After completing all the easy tasks, I'm ready to move on to longer and harder challenges as I attempt to conquer the medium tier. Welcome to Season 2 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 69 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, we did the last pest control task on the medium tier, we did the last aerial fishing task on the medium tier, we did the last temperance task on the medium tier, we did the last clue tasks on the medium tier, we did the last barbarian assault task on the medium tier. It was a good episode, you should go and watch it. We ended by rolling a task to get the Mage's book, which is the last Mage training arena task on the medium tier. And once I realized that, I looked at the spreadsheet and realized that I could probably finish the medium tier in this episode. Now, there is still a couple of goals on the task list that I haven't done yet that are completely RNG. So as long as those don't take me too long, my objective this episode is to finish the entire medium tier so we can start the hard tier on episode 70. So wish me luck. First, I got to do about 12 hours of Mage Training Arena. That's what it's going to take to get the Mage's book. So wish me luck on that. Hopefully I don't go insane. And we're just going to go start. I talked about this a little bit at the end of the last episode, but in case you missed it, I'll put it up on screen right here. The Mage's book is the most expensive item at the Mage Training Arena in terms of points, so I will be here for quite a while. I need to get 500 telekinetic points, 500 graveyard points, 550 alchemist points, and 6,000 enchantment points. The enchantment points will probably take no time at all, but the rest of them will take a very long time, so I'm just going to get started. I'm probably going to watch much TV, many movies, and I don't really know what I can show you. This is probably going to be 12 hours of my life condensed down into like 4 minutes of your guys' time, so hope you guys enjoy, and I will let you know how it goes. Also, I feel obligated to say this because every time I include a clip of me doing the telekinetic room in a video, I almost always get at least one comment of somebody saying, why don't you click on the guy to make it do the overhead view? Like, well, I was going to try and show you there, but he started moving. Why don't you click on the guy and make it do the overhead view like this? I don't know. I find this sort of weird. The way the camera doesn't move is sort of disorienting compared to how you regularly play RuneScape, and I don't know. I don't like it. So yeah, that's just a personal preference of mine. I find it easier to just turn my camera with the maze, so yeah. Alright, after what seems like forever, I am finally done the telekinetic room. 500 points, I can move on to a different one. I guess it wasn't that long, but because telekinetic room always just feels slow, I guess you're just waiting for that stupid statue to actually make it across the room, but yeah, that felt like it took forever, and I usually don't mind the telekinetic room, so I am not looking forward to the alchemy room, but that's what I'm gonna do next, so yay. So I need 550 alchemist points, which means I need to get 55,000 coins, which is going to take a very long time at 30 coins per cast, so yeah, I'm not going to make you guys suffer through this with me, but yeah, just going to go get started. It is what it is, gotta do it, so here I am. And with this alch and deposit, we are at 550 alchemist points. Surprisingly, not that bad. I expected it to feel a lot slower, but I think once I embraced the fact that I had to get a bunch of points there, and I just sort of let my mind go blank and just click on the green squares, then it actually, it felt okay. So happy to be done with that one. I'm going to go do enchantment real quick, because that'll be a fun little dopamine boost. Then we'll finish off graveyard, and we'll move on to something else. Alright, done with the enchantment room. That's always a nice little pick-me-up when you're grinding out Mage Training Arena. That took me like an hour at most to finish that, so happy to see it. One more room to go, just gotta do the graveyard room. This one's gonna take a while, but shouldn't be too bad. one more deposit. This is it. 500 graveyard points. Let's go. I can go and buy my Mage's book and get the heck out of here. I am so happy that I am going to be done with Mage Training Arena for quite some time. I mean, technically, I could get the Infinity Robe task early on the hard tier, but chances are I won't, so let's just buy this Mage's book and get the heck out of here. Nice. As I mentioned in the previous episode, the Mage's book actually has one of the best magic attack bonuses of any offhand magic shield. So it is actually going to be very useful in the future. It doesn't have any prayer bonus, so my Book of Darkness is still going to be better in some situations, but Mage's book is still good. Happy to have it. Happy to move on. And speaking of moving on, let's go see what we're doing. Back on the spreadsheet, we can complete that task. 97% on the medium tier. There is 4 tasks left. I have a Barrows task, a Wintertodt task, a Lumberjack equipment task, and an LMS task. I would like to do something a little bit more AFK so I can give my hand a chance to relax, so Wintertodt would be nice. Okay, Lumberjack equipment. This will be the last item on the temple trekking log, the last of the Lumberjack equipment pieces. Not particularly exciting, shouldn't take me too long though, I just gotta go run back and forth till I get the event, kill the zombies, and get the piece, and we'll move on. And so all I'm gonna do is escort one of the easy adventurers through the easy path, and hope for the event that actually has the lumberjacks that I need to kill for the piece. And if I don't get it and I can't do the thing that I'm doing, as you'll notice in my inventory, I actually don't have anything useful. I just have my rune pouch with home teleports. And if I don't want to do the event that I get, or I can't do it, I'm just going to teleport back to my home, take myself graveyard portal, and just try again, because that's the fastest way to try and get the event. Obviously, I'm not going to do any of this. That's just a waste of time. And sure enough, we got the event, so now I'm just going to kill these undead lumberjacks until I get the boots, which could be right now. Right now? Hey, it is right now. Well, that was quick. You'll love to see it. One of those quick tasks took me like 2 minutes to do, so moving on, let's go see what we're doing next. Here we go, complete that task, 98%, we're so close. Let's see what we're doing. Wintertodt, nice. So, in terms of the Wintertodt log, all we have left is the Pyro Boots. Completing the Pyromancer set, the Axe and the Pet are their own tasks and are incredibly rare, so I'm not going to get them anyway. Just going to get the Pyro Boots. I'm going to start on the Mass Worlds because I'm feeling lazy and I don't really want to have to pay attention, and my hand hurts from clicking in the graveyard room. So, just going to chill out, do some Mass World games, and if I don't get it, we'll move on to some solos after that. But hopefully we get this pretty quick. This is the last sort of big RNG task on the medium tier. The Barrows task is a little bit of RNG, but because I have so many available items left that would count for uniques, the Barrows log probably shouldn't take too long, or the Barrows task rather, shouldn't take me too long. So this is sort of the main RNG task left on the medium tier. Hopefully we get it done quickly. I was going to stack up a few supply crates in the bank before I actually open them all and then do like a little clip of me opening them, but I actually don't have any bank space, so I guess I'm going to be opening them one at a time as I get them. Cool, 2 U-seeds, nice. Well, I guess unsurprisingly, I'm going to be getting a fire-making level here, 84. Doesn't really do anything for me, but yeah. I'm just happy that I was paying enough attention to notice that I was close to a fire-making level in the first place. Usually you get experience here so quickly that I never notice when I'm about to get levels, and I always forget to record them. So that was nice. Well, not only did I get a fire-making level, I'm also getting... Oh, well, let me dodge that so I don't die. Fletching level! Yay! And as you may or may not have noticed in the last clip, I decided to start doing solo games, so 7,000 point crate here. Let's get the boots and move on. Okay, never mind. I'm almost done this nice big juicy point game, but first... 85 fire making! Cool! Can create infernal axes. That's definitely going to be useful for me. I actually haven't been able to play much, like at all, in the past couple days. I've been very busy with real life stuff and editing episode 67, which took a very long time. So I'm happy to be back at it, and hopefully we can get these boots from this game and move on to something else. Alright, big crate, here we go. Hey, nice. I was kind of expecting it at that point. I mean, when you have such a big crate, it's pretty likely I was going to get them. So, happy to be done with that. Got the full pyro outfit. We won't be back here forever? I actually don't know. I don't think I would ever come back here for the axe, because I just go to DK's. And I guess once we go pet hunting, then maybe we'll come back here. But for now, we're done. Nice. Anyways, let's go get a new task, see what we're going to do. I said let's see what we're going to do as if it's this big mystery, but there's really only two options. I'm either going to Barrows or I'm going to LMS. There's literally 2 tasks left, so let's see what we're doing. LMS, let's go. Lucky for me, the LMS competitive world rotation is on the North American worlds, so I can do this without terrible ping. We need to get the ward upgrade kit, which is going to cost me 20 points. I have 1 point, so 19 to go. Like I've mentioned before in previous episodes, I am not good at PKing. I'm not terrible. I mean, look at that. Rank veteran, 602. You can be impressed if you want. But yeah, just gonna go and get started. Hopefully there is lots of bots for me to kill and get some easy points. And yeah, apparently there is an LMS plugin that can help you detect who's a bot and who's not to maybe like go after at the beginning. So I might look into that. But yeah, just gonna go get started. First game, and I think I've already found a bot, or someone who's just AFK. I don't know. But we'll take it. I've already mentioned that I'd like to finish the medium tier in this episode, but I'd also like to finish this episode today, in my real life today, which means I need to get these 20 points, and then go and get a Barrows unique, so that I can roll a task from the hard tier and start working on that. So, hopefully this doesn't take me too long. I love when you're fighting someone that's clearly AFK, or a bot because they put on Prey Melee when I went to whip them, and then they still almost kill you because you just don't hit anything, and they hit straight through your prayer. That's great. I love that. Also, in my previous episodes when I was playing LMS, I was more or less just hunting down people to try and fight, because I was just trying to get better at PKing. But for this episode, really all I care about is the points, so I am hiding a little bit here, just trying to see if I can make it into the top ranks to get the extra points. So, yeah, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just trying to get this done quickly. Also, funny enough, when I first started playing LMS, I hated the pure game mode, and now it's turned into one of my favorite / one of my best game modes, so that's kind of interesting. I think the main reason is there's no defense, obviously. Your armor sucks and you have no defense level. And so in the pure bracket, it's like the fights are very fast. And so if you don't know how to eat properly, or you don't know how to switch, or your prayers are bad, then you're just gonna die. And when I was first learning and didn't know how to do any of that stuff, I felt like no matter what I did, the other person just did more damage than me. But now that I'm actually more confident in my prayer switching and my gear switching, it's actually turned out to be kind of fun, so that's nice. Also, yes, I am hiding. Thank you for noticing. I also finally looked up the reward point structure for this game, and I was very off in what I assumed. I thought you got like a point per kill plus something else. I don't know what I thought, to be honest, but here's what happens. You need to get a kill if you want to earn any points, which I already knew that. You get 1 point for coming 10th to 19th, 2 points for 5th to 9th, 3 points for 3rd or 4th, 4 points for 2nd, 5 points for 1st, and then you get bonus points if you get a lot of kills. I didn't realize that's how it worked, but now that I know that, I think I'm just going to be doing, I mean, it's essentially what I was already doing. Try and get an early kill, and then hide to at least 3rd or 4th would be best. Getting 3 points per game would be nice, which is what I just did there. So yeah, if we can do that like 4 more times, then we'll be done. And another person that's AFK. You'll love to see it. That was like sort of actual PKing, unlike my other kills, which have mostly just been AFKs or bots, so I guess I can't complain. I was definitely still a little rusty, but, you know, we'll take it. One thing I've noticed about my PKing is I think I focus too much on trying to do damage and not enough on trying to stay alive. And especially in situations like this, where if I can stay alive for slightly longer, it might increase my rank enough to get an extra point, then I should definitely be playing more defensively instead of offensively. But that's just something I need to work on. And sometimes you just gotta know when to give up, you know? I'ma get him. That was pretty funny. That guy's mad. That guy is so mad. He is so much better than me, and I managed to tie him. That's hilarious. Anyways, one more point to go. Just gotta go get a kill and make it to at least 19th place. Should be no problem. Well, I found a bot in that last game, or an AFK person, hard to tell, but got my point. We are done. I can buy the thing, make sure I'm buying the right thing. Ward upgrade kit. Yay! And you know what that means? -1 bank space. But more importantly, we can go and get a new task, and there's only one task left, so I already know what it is. But even though I already know what it is, we gotta do it, complete that task, and generate the last task, the Barrows task. What a surprise! Let's go do it! Alright, here we go. The final task on the medium tier, and what a fitting end back at Barrows. I decided I was going to try out my Void. I don't know if this is going to be any good here. I mean, the magic accuracy doesn't really matter. It's more for the range, if anything, but it's also very convenient. Less switches, makes it super easy for me. So I'm just going to get started. I've said this every time I've done Barrows, but the useful items would be Carol's, Aram's, Varak's skirt, and I guess full Guthans would be useful eventually. What I don't want to see is Torags, or like Varak helm, or flail, or Carol's crossbow, or, you know, it doesn't even really matter, because I'll get what I get. I'm just going to go get started. And yeah, wish me luck. Alright, chest number 1. Nice, good death runes, damn. So I did one run with Void, and I immediately hated it, so I'm going to go swap back to what I was using before. I'm probably going to try and get my reward potential from killing skeletons each time. The optimal way is to kill 2 skeletons plus either a rat or a worm or something. I'm probably going to end up just killing 3 skeletons and going a bit over on the reward potential, specifically for the chance to get champion scrolls. I know it's very unlikely, but if I can get a skeleton champion scroll passively, that would be awesome. So probably what I'm going to do, I'll sacrifice a few runes to have a bit higher chance each time I get potential. That's the way it works if you didn't know. Thank you. The reward potential, once you go past, it's like 86.8 or something, I don't actually remember. But it starts sacrificing some of your runes for other chances at bolt racks, loop half keys, tooth half key, whatever, dragon med, that kind of stuff. So I'll sacrifice a few runes to get a little bit more chance of a champion scroll. And wouldn't it be cool if I got it right now? Okay, never mind. Also, I don't know if I just got unlucky with my first attempt using Void, but it felt so bad compared to my setup right now, which the reason I chose this setup was to be lazy in the first place. Even though it's not like super optimal, somehow it's still better than Void. I don't know, I didn't realize Void would be so bad. I guess the magic accuracy doesn't matter, and you don't really melee any of the brothers except for specs on Carol, and the only reason you'd use Void is for the range for Aram, so yeah, I guess it makes sense. Either way, chest number 2. Wow, a lot of death runes again, you'll love to see it. I am also planning on making a Portal Nexus sometime soon. The problem with the Portal Nexus is until you get to 92 construction, or at least the ability to boost to 92, you can only have 4 and then 8 portals in it. which isn't as good as the 30 that you can have in the big one. But I think that's going to be my next plan. I don't really like to make a bunch of portal chambers if in the end I'm going to want them all in the portal nexus anyway. So soon enough, I'm going to make a portal nexus. And if I don't get Barrows item in the next 14 kills, which is when I'm going to run out of Barrows teleport tabs, I'll probably end up doing it then. And the first portal I put in there is going to be a Barrows portal. The good thing is, because of my previous construction goals, I do have 75 construction, which means I could Spicy Stew +4 with an Invisible +3 boost from the Crystal Saw to get to 82, which is enough to build a second upgrade for the Portal Nexus. So I could get 8 portals in there, which would be nice. The problem is, it is very expensive. You need like gold leaves and marble blocks, and even the room itself is like money. I don't know. So I might end up not doing that if I can wait. Obviously, I still have these Barrows teleport tabs, which I'm going to use up first. But if I run into those, that's the plan. All right, here we go. Chest number 3. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'm going to get a few bolt racks because I'm going over on %, but that's fine. Any Carol's items? Nope. Oh, I didn't even notice. 94 magic. Oh, what the heck? I mean, I guess I was at 93, and then I had that Mage Training Arena task, so that makes sense. But cool, that's actually a useful level, which I will go over in a sec. But first, let's open this chest. Okay, cool. 94 magic lets me use Ice Barrage, which I probably won't really do because it's too expensive. It also lets me cast Vengeance, which I will use for certain bosses and whatnot. And both of those 2 spells are requirements for the Elite Diaries for Ardean Desert Diary, which I won't be doing anytime soon, but it's just nice to have. I don't know, 94 magic is just such an iconic level for me, mostly for Ice Barrage probably, so feels cool to have. Surely this time we'll get a new unique. Never mind. Also, I just remembered about the whole combat achievements thing that I've been talking about throughout the episodes. Let me just open this chest first. Alright. So, if I can complete the medium combat achievements, then wear the Gommel Hilt 2, then there's no prayer drain at Barrows, which is definitely something that I want to do in the near future. As you can see, I'm, 2/3 of the way through both the easy and the medium tier. But if you look at all the tasks that I haven't completed, there's a lot of stuff that is like other tasks on the hard tier especially, like the Dagonoth Kings and more Sarachnis and, various stuff that I don't want to go out of my way to go do before I get the task. So I'm going to wait until maybe I get a Barrows task in the hard tier. I haven't exactly decided what I want to do for these, but for now, I'm just going to suffer through the prayer drain. It's not too bad. I mean, I use like 1 dose of prayer potion each time, just to kill the brother in the tunnel. I can do the first 5 without using a prayer dose, so it's not too bad. And all of that is assuming that the overhaul that they're going to be doing to the combat tasks doesn't come anytime soon. They are changing it to some sort of point system. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, but it's going to be slightly different in the future. But that's my plan for now. Once that overhaul comes into play, then I might change it, but don't really know how it's going to work yet, so I can't really plan for it. The combat tasks have always been something I wanted to do on this account. They are not part of the collection log, so they're not on the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet focuses mostly on collection log items, although it does include the diaries as well, which technically also aren't on the collection log, but either way, I never really knew how to do it. The difficulty of the combat tasks don't really match up with the spreadsheet tiers very well. For example, the easy combat tasks are much harder than the easy tier of tasks. I think also the medium combat tasks are harder than the medium tier. Actually, I'm not really sure about that one. That one might match up okay. But either way, with the new overhaul that they proposed, making all the combat tasks give you a certain number of points, and then you need a certain number of points to get each reward. I don't really know how it's going to work yet, but I will find a way to integrate that into the spreadsheet somehow. But I need to see more about the system and how it works before I make any decisions on that. So for now, like I said, we're just going to finish this, and we're going to move on to the hard tier and ignore the combat tasks. And if I ever get a task in the hard tier that has combat tasks to do, I'll do them as I go. And chest number, I've lost track, 8 maybe? Hey, Verex Brasser, not that useful, but cool, we're done! Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I know the Verex Brassard is not as tanky as a lot of the other Barrows chests, but it does have a prayer bonus. Although, like, when am I ever not going to use a fighter torso? I don't know. Verex Brassard doesn't seem particularly useful, but love to have it, love to be done. We're done the medium tier. I mean, we got to go make it official on the spreadsheet, but we're done. We did it. I'm so nervous to roll my first hard task. You have no idea. Before we do that, just want to talk about these real quick. So the granite body is sort of the quintessential tanky, non-degradable chestplate that I have currently. You can see the fighter torso has worse defensive bonuses, but it has the melee strength, obviously, which is great. The Verex Brassard is way better defensively and has a prayer bonus, and compared to the granite plate is pretty much better in like every way. So although this is degradable, it is definitely tankier than the granite body, although I don't know how. I mean, it's only covering up my titties and my left shoulder, but sure. So, I mean, it could be useful. I don't really know where, but I guess if I need prayer bonus and defense bonus, maybe somewhere like DKs, where I don't really care about melee strength as much. I don't know. But either way, let's do it. Let's go complete this task and see what we're doing. All right, here we go. This is it. Complete that task. 100% on the medium tier. We've done it. And I'm too nervous to click the button. I'm scared. I've actually just been sitting here for like 5 minutes, legitimately too nervous to click the generate task button. I've been scrolling through the hard tasks, and like, sure, there's a lot of stuff like get a unique from Barrows. Obviously, I can go and do that. But then there's other stuff like get a unique from Unsired. I would have to get 85 Slayer and then kill Abyssal Sire, which I am not prepared to do. I mean, get a unique from Cerberus? 91 Slayer? I would need to get 11 Slayer levels and then go and kill Cerberus. I am not prepared for this. I am scared. Now, obviously, there's other stuff like get a naval set where I go and sit at Trouble Brewing for 10 hours. So, I don't know. I'm scared. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Get an uncharged trident? Okay. That's going to take a while, but that's incredible. Okay, so uncharged trident is incredible. That is one of the best unlocks I could get going forward in the hard tier. Now, the problem is I need to get to level 87 Slayer. And I recently went from 75, because I got the Adamant Boots task, to 80 to get to the Necreals for the Rune Boots task. And that took me about 8 days of Slayer, and I had a lot of cannonballs to use for it. I have almost no cannonballs left, and I need to get from 80 to 87 Slayer. This is going to take me so long. But the good news is, along the way, I should be able to get Dragon Boots from Spiritual Mages, a Whip from Abyssal Demons, and then eventually the Uncharged Trident, which are 3 massive upgrades. So I'm very happy with this task. It's going to take me forever, but that's fine. That's what this account's made for. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am so excited to be moving on to the hard tier. You have no idea, even if it means a long grind ahead of me. I hope that I can keep up with my upload schedule of 1 video every 3 days, even if the next few videos don't actually include me finishing any tasks, but are just progress videos on how my Slayer grind is going. And if you don't want to miss out on those, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, as that way you'll get notified when I post a new video. And maybe leave this video a like as a little reward for me finishing the medium tier. That would be very nice of you. Thank you. As always, I want to give a massive shout out to all of my channel members. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, so if you want to help me out and see your name up here in the video, maybe consider joining. And a big shout out to my tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW, Ray Benavides, and Jack Staumer for the continued support. I really appreciate it, guys. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys in the next video for the first hard task.